What's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've made the video. Just been really busy. But anyway, so for today's video, we're just gonna just talk about dieting. So like
simple dieting.
Yeah, looking at like main factors that could affect diets, or if you're gonna start to diet, just general knowledge on it really. So the main factors to look at really to start off is your lifestyle, so daily physical activity. So let's say if you work in the office and you're an active person, or you do manual labor, or very active job, will vary on your diet or your daily maintenance. So let's say if you're working in the office, average person would be 2,000 calories to 2,500 daily maintenance. And then if you are an active person, so you go to the gym, you work basically standing all day, manual labor,
pretty much. As I said, it could be more than 2,500. So it will vary to 2,500 to maybe 3,000 at most, for daily maintenance.
And also intake. One of the factors also would be your height, weight. Your weight for today is just more simple stuff to look at. So if you want to lose weight, the best thing to do is, obviously, we use the term deficit. You're basically just taking away or eating less for your daily maintenance. So let's say if you are a person who works in the office, your daily maintenance is 2,000 to 2,500, or let's just say 2,500. If you want to lose weight, to trim down for the summer, I'll say take away 300 to 200. Not too extreme. Don't take up 500. Maybe as weeks goes on, gradually decrease it more to 400 and then 500, and then by 7 to 8 weeks, you're probably down with 2,000 calorie intake a day. Now, saying that, obviously you gotta look at how much protein, carbs, and fats you eat. So those three main factors that as well that you gotta look at. Your amount of carbs you take in really is depending on your weight, as well as as we keep saying, how active you are, and so forth. And then obviously your fat and protein. You not necessarily need to cut out a lot of fat to lose weight, or carbs. Find the balance between them. So for example, you either vice versa. For one day, if you had too much fat intake, you could lower the carb intake, and then for the next day you swap it around, so you could have lower the fat intake and then increase the carb intake, because either way, both macronutrient is literally energy source, pretty much.
Or I would just say, don't take too much away. So if you're going to be let's say 250 grams of carbs a day, and then about 50 to 60 grams of fat, only take away around 30 to 50 grams of carbs away from your daily intake for your carb intake, and then for fats it'd be around 10 to 15, not a whole lot. And then we talk about macros, like it's easy to track. It's not easy. You gotta look at every food that you that eat. As we go through tracking now, best way to do it is if you download the LifeSum app, or if MyFitnessPal. There's a lot of different apps that you can download for different types of dieting plans and tracking, basically. Or if you just want to guess or guesstimate, always look at what you eat. So if you're going to buy a sandwich, it tells you how much fats, protein,
and carbs in it.
And the macronutrients thing right on the back of each label of each food, really.
And yeah, that's the only three main things that you gotta look at is, you know, as well as the saturated fat. Try not to consume, obviously, you know, a lot of saturated fat. And yeah, when we talk about dieting as well, it's not just, you know, taking, losing fat or, you know, trying to trim down.
Yeah, dieting doesn't necessarily mean losing weight.
Yeah, it can mean
Gaining weight,
gaining
muscle, lean mass.
Yeah, they portray dieting is just, you know, trying to lose weight, but it's not. So if you're going to be trying to gain weight, not necessarily fat, weight, your lean muscle, the word we know use is the surplus. Basically, it's just adding. It's the complete opposite of deficit. So you're adding on. Same again, 300, 400, 500. Completely depends. And try not to go over the top with it. You know, gradually build your macro intake and that as well. So we talked about the tracking of your macro intake as well as your calories, looking at your food, that what you eat. The deficit, obviously, you know, how much calories you take away, and then, you know, if you're on surplus, obviously how much calories you add on. If you're trying to lose fat, don't forget to add in cardio into your workouts.
In the fitness world, the longer you work out, your body turns into the fat for energy source. Remember that.
There's different ways of trying to lose fat as well. You know, like you can search up like intermittent fasting, where you work out empty stomach. Personally, I like doing that, but it's just preference, I guess. A lot of people don't like.
Preference for different people.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like working out empty stomach. But yeah, so and the main thing is, if you you know, tracking macros and that, always have your breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 meals a day, or maybe 4. So it's up to you. And when you are having meals, make sure you don't eat till you're full. That's one thing that a lot of people find hard to diet or lose fat, is they think they're eating healthy, but then they're still eating till they're full. So the amount of portion that you eat is still a lot. So try to cut that off by, you know, separating your meals. You know, it'll be a lot better then for your metabolic rate, and you know, you get more meals into for your daily meals, I guess. So yeah, and then there's a lot of things we can get into the dieting, and we'll make a separate video for that. So we'll show you how much
how to track, how to work out how much calories you should be taking in per person, per body weight.
Yeah. Or like what most people can do really is, you know, search things up on the internet, and
yeah, it's just general advice.
Yeah, general advice. And half of the things that, you know, we say now is
from experience.
So yeah,
we're not saying we're qualified nutritionists. I'm not saying we're qualified at telling people what to eat. It's just
what we've experienced.
Yeah,
so,
personal experience.
Hopefully this video has helped you guys, and very sorry for not uploading for a long time, but it's been busy. So we got 2 weeks. Well, I've got 2 weeks off-ish, and hopefully we're putting up a lot more content, as well as, you know, my brother.
Yeah, but if there's any question that you need to ask or you're not sure about,
yeah, just leave a comment or something,
or leave our emails.
Yeah,
on Instagram, search us up.
Yeah, so
private
good.
message
Yeah.
or anything. If anything you're unclear of what we said, then we can probably explain it better if you message us.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next video.